Hello YouTube, Jerry Kirkpatrick here, and this is my surface plate, and it usually lives over in my shipping department, and it doesn't look nice and clean like this all the time. You can see on the side hanging down here is my old leather jacket for welding overhead. And all of the stuff that is on top of it is stuff that I have accumulated for doing nickel plating. I've been gathering stuff for probably a year or so, and when I get to making some of the brackets for the Jeep, the Jeepster that I'm making for my son, I want to do some nickel plating on those pieces. And I've got several tools that I've made over the years that I have to keep up with the rust. And so I'll probably be nickel plating them also, so I don't have to go around and clean them off and re-oil every now and then. The box that I have it sitting on is the first big toolbox that I ever purchased back in 1963 when I worked for Shelby American. In fact, down here on the bottom drawer you can see one of the original Cobra emblems that when they came in 1963, the Cobras, they came in from England with that badge on. That was taken off, and then the later badges were put on. The top box my son has down in Southern California, and he's been using it for quite a number of years. All of the tools that he has will fit just in the top box. This one has been out of use for probably 8 or 10 years until I decided to mount my surface plate on top of it, and then I have room for all of my precision tools and all of the different implements that I use on the mill, V-blocks, parallels, all of that stuff. And I'll be showing you that in the next video. We'll go through all these drawers. So this is Quarantine Quickie 7. So look at Quarantine Quickie number 8, and we'll take a look inside the drawers. So the surface plate itself was originally made for a machine to be bolted to it. In the computer industry, they do this quite a bit because everything has to be very precise. When the robots are moving around, they have to make sure that everything is in the same place every time. You can imagine working in thousands or less. So the whole top has some, I guess I would call them nutserts, and then some pads, and all of these are 1/4-20. Around the periphery on this side, there are 3 places. All 3 of these are 5/16 18, and then on the back there are a number of also inserts for 5/16 18. And I've gotten tired of stuff rolling off or pushing stuff out of the way so I can set up the next measurement. And I'm always afraid of pushing something off of the back or the side. So what I've decided to do is make a fence for the back and this one side. And I've got some 1/4 by 2 aluminum strap, 60-61 T6, that I'm going to cut a segment here and a segment for over here. That way I can do my measuring in this area. Any of the tools that I'm not going to be using or use sparingly, I can push back in this corner, and I don't have to worry about them falling off. So let me get some material cut, deburred, radiused, and drilled, and we'll come back and install them. So here we have both pieces complete. A nice grain texture on them. All of the corners are blended in. Let's see if they fit. Just got grade 5 bolts. Don't need anything more than that, but I do have a AN flat washer on them. just to spread the force out just a little bit. And oddly enough, the bolts actually go in. So there it is. Let me move this around so you can see it. Now I have these two corners, well, protected, I guess you could say. I can slide stuff back there and not have to worry about stuff going on the floor, especially if I'm working back in my shipping department measuring some stuff. Usually, if I'm doing machine work, I will bring this out on the floor, but sometimes I just want to check some stuff, so I'll just take it back there, set up a height gauge or whatever I need, and use it back there. So I'm very happy with this. I should have done this a long time ago. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for the next version, where I'll be showing you what all's in all of these drawers. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.